All right, so in addition to Maravich, I try to collect a little bit of everything. Um, so I'm going to show you guys my top 25 cards that I have currently. I left out all of the Maravich cards because you guys saw them in the last video. And again, these cards are ordered roughly in value, but I took other things into consideration. How much the card means to me, and of course, the look of the card. So 25 is this. This is from my favorite set of all time, 2006 Topps Chrome basketball. They didn't make a lot of it this year, and they did a great job with the parallels and the autograph checklist that they have. You'll see a couple more from this set. Larry Bird was the guy on the box. And this is the black refractor autograph. It's not numbered, but these are relatively short print. I can't guess how much, but I would say it's probably less than 100 of each for the black. There's also golds to 25, and then super refractor to 1 for the autographs. Just a nice looking card, clean autograph, all on the sticker. 24 is a card that I bought at kind of a low point. This was right after he got hurt. The card's still low. It's number 2 out of 50, one off of his jersey number. On card, looks great. The red on red. Card's in pretty good shape. Autograph is pretty clean. I think he's going to have a bounce back year this year with Marvin Harrison and the offensive line that they've kind of built up over the past few seasons. This guy is incredibly talented, and he's one of my favorite players to watch in the NFL. 23, another card from 2006 Topps Chrome Basketball. This is the LeBron refractor. Refractors, during this time, they're not super short print, but definitely they made way less of these than Panini does Prisms now. So these still carry a good amount of value. This is LeBron's 5th year card. 5th year Topps Chrome, maybe 4th year. Maybe I'm skipping one. But it's a great looking card. It's probably maybe the 3rd best picture, which is saying something because this is a great picture of him dunking on Alonzo Mourning. I was born and raised just outside of Cleveland, so the Cavs have a special place in my collecting journey. And I got to watch LeBron his whole career here. And I mean, just the shine on this. I mean, the new Prism cards just don't compare to how these things looked. 22 is a relatively recent card. I'll probably never be able to own unless his value goes way down. But never be able to own a Kaboom of him. But this has got the same Kaboom background with the blue platinum foil. I mean, this is one of my favorite looking cards. These impacts from Revolution, and this is number 2, 150. This one being 69 of 150, 149. Sorry, and it's the impact. I mean, for a card that's numbered to 149, I mean, this looks like a 1 of 1. And I think any nice looking numbered Wembanyama rookie is going to be something good to hold on to. That one I bought. Did not pull that one. but I have a few others that I'll show you guys I did pull. So my family is from West Virginia, and my grandfather's favorite player was Jerry West. And I haven't seen him do this inscription anywhere else, and the autograph is, I mean, it's one of the best ones that I've seen. It's super clear, super bright, bold blue. This is a press pass card, a licensed collegiate card. I actually don't know what year this is from, 2007. On card looks great. The blue and the West Virginia, it all kind of goes together. This guy might be one of the most underrated players in NBA history, even though he does get his share of acclaim. I would probably have him at the second best shooting guard. Next up is a couple cards that I pulled myself. I pulled this out of a mega box of Prism, CJ Stroud, Silver. Cards that I've pulled myself, I tend to put a little bit more significance on, just because I have that memory of it, and I know exactly where the card came from. This card is pretty much, mint. The centering all around is 50-50, and the card looks great. So I think he's the real deal. I think he's going to be an excellent player. The Texans have got a good team, good group. Another one that I pulled, I'll go back to back Stroud. This is kind of like the case hit in a Bowman. This is not his first Kahuna auto. He had one the year before, but it wasn't licensed. The autograph looks like great. Number 150, I pulled this one. I opened up a lot of this years of Bowman Chrome football, and this was the best card that I got out of it. Really nice looking card. All right, next up, another card from 2006, Topps Chrome. This is another black refractor. This is Allen Iverson. I like the look of this a little bit better than Bird, and Iverson doesn't sign as much as Bird does. I like the black on black. He was a guy that I collected a lot early on, and I sold off most of it. The 8 doesn't really bother me. The card looks good. I mean, who cares about the grade? As you'll see, most of my cards are not graded. I don't usually grade cards or go after cards that are graded unless it's something that I want. And this card's great looking. I've seen the super factor of that. It's a very nice looking card. Next up, probably my best basketball pull recently. Wembanyama, Silver Prism. I mean, this thing is 50-50 all around, clean surface. I looked it over. He's the real deal. All that matters is if he can stay healthy, which it looks like he might be able to with the different regimens that he has. Picture, people don't like it because you can see the curtain and the wood, but I actually don't mind the picture. I like he's almost like coming out of the card. It really shows off his height, which is one of the things that he's known for. He kind of got me back into opening up basketball products and chase some stuff, and that was the best one that I pulled of him. All right, next up, my favorite year of Prism, 2020. This is the Joe Burrow blue no huddle, number 279. To get a relatively short print numbered Burrow Prism rookie, even though it's not a color match or anything, I do like the blue a lot, and I don't love the disco, but I like the look of this card. This card is probably a lot less than what I paid for it, but I think he's gonna have a pretty good career. I think he'll have a good bounce back year this year. And if you look at like what Mahomes, I know Mahomes is in a different stratosphere right now. But even like Josh Allen, like low numbered Prism stuff, like just the values on it are insane, and I think this would be a nice card to have going forwards. Here's a cool card that I pulled. My girlfriend actually pulled this card. This was right when Brock Purdy was starting to take off. And so this would, this product, this was the second product that he had autographs in. He was definitely not the Chase. The Chase was Kenny Pickett, yeah, a few other guys, Matt Corral, Ritter, but he was just starting to come up, and we pulled this card. She actually pulled it. It's a nice looking card. It's a second autograph. I wish, I actually don't mind the picture. I know he's in the wrong number and it's like a practice jersey or whatever, but I think it kind of represents or highlights, the fact that, a starting QB in the Super Bowl this past year, had his best rookies in the wrong jersey number and in a practice jersey. Next up, soccer card. I like soccer a lot. I've been trying to get more soccer stuff. This is a guy who's just, he's phenomenal. And this card is relatively low pop, in a 9. I think it's like 200-ish, and then like 150 in a 10, at least last time I checked. And if you look at like, across other sports, the Topps Chrome Rookie Refractor is always a very desirable card, and I just feel like the price that I got this at, I think I paid $400 for this. I think like exactly 400. It just seems low. Seems like there's a lot of room to grow. Especially, this is going to be an iconic set. And this is, he's maybe Holland's better. I don't know. I think this guy's better, but he's the future of soccer right now. Next up, probably my second best football pull. You'll see the next one here soon. Manga. This was from one loose pack of Prism Hobby. So pretty unlikely pull statistically, especially because he's probably my favorite quarterback right now. You'll see a few more of his cards. This card is like aesthetically, it just looks great with the bolts and the shine. It's a great looking card. I would like to get the other one, but I think this one looks better. This one with the vertical. I like the vertical oriented cards better. Shaq, this is another 06 Topps Chrome. This is the gold. I love that Retro Heat jersey. This is number 225. I bought this years ago for like $200. And during the boom, I remember one of these sold for like 2K. I couldn't, believe it. But obviously it's back down. But these are such nice looking cards, and the golds, like they only had autographs. Like there was no this year. There was no like Shaq just base gold. Like they all had the autos. Same with Bird, Iverson, Wade, Ben Gordon, a few other like of the Topps featured athletes that they had at the time. Next up, this card is from my favorite dual auto set, maybe my favorite autograph set, Full Court, 06, 07. This is when I first started getting into collecting, so a lot of cards from this era have a lot of nostalgia for me. I remember seeing this card in a Beckett magazine, and I looked for it for years, and this was probably one of the first like really expensive cards. I think I paid like $400 or $500 for this. It's still worth about the same. I just saw one PSA 8 that had like faded autographs sold recently for like, you know, almost 400. So it's probably worth the same as when I got it. But this was like my, besides for the Cavs, this was the team that I liked the most. The Wade, Shaq, Alonzo Mourning, you know, Darrell Wright, and then later Beasley, Chalmers. I love watching these Heat teams. I think Wade is underrated too. I think the card looks pretty cool too. Next up, this card I think I paid like $250 for this, and I feel like, I don't know, it should be worth more. Number 220. It's from Ultimate. It's all a game used. Brady, 2-color, part of the letter. Moss, a Welker. They look like one color, but there's like stitching. I mean, they are still one color, but it's like an actual patch. And on the back, Manning, 2-color, Reggie Wayne, and then Dallas Clark, another like just one color, but it's you know, a patch still. Probably would have rather had Marvin Harrison on here. But to me, growing up, you know, these were the two teams. Manning and Brady were, you know, the two best quarterbacks, and you know, there's a lot of, you know, accolades on this card. I like that it's dual-sided. I like that it, you know, showcases this classic rivalry. I know these two teams didn't play a ton, but you know, they were always setting the standard for the rest of the league. A little bit of foil too, looks good on that card. Next up, this is the best dual auto from that set, from the full court set. Magic and Burr, the autographs are clean on this one. These are short print to 20. Like the veteran ones, each box you got one dual auto, and most of them were rookies, and those are easy to get. I have almost the full set. There's a Carmelo and Jim Boeheim duel that I'm missing, and a Shaq and Bob Lanier, and I mean, these just don't pop up too often, so and I mean, you know, this, to me, like, you know, I didn't grow up during the 80s, but you know, these guys really saved the league being as popular as they are. So to have them both on the same card, I mean, you know, it's a very nice looking card. Next up, vintage card. This is my favorite Mantle card. The 55 Bowman with the retro TV. This copy is pretty much 50-50. There is a crease right here. The corners are actually not bad. Usually these are like chipped, real crazy, but this one looks pretty good. You can see the crease there again. This one, the color is like, looks pack fresh. That's why I was like, okay with the crease. You know, I feel like you have to have at least one vintage Mantle card. I mean, you know, the hobby is really, you know, driven by vintage baseball, and you know, this is, I mean, these cards are just great looking, and the historical significance, you know, is important to me. I mean, this card is 69 years old, and it looks like this. I mean, next up, probably the best card that I've pulled. Tom Brady gold out of 10, true gold out of Select, 10 of 10. This was when they won the Super Bowl. I like the gold captain's patch with the gold on the card. I pulled this out of a blaster. This card was worth like $2K at the time. Now I think it's worth like less than 1,000, maybe even less than that. But it has, you know, significance to me because the fact that I pulled it, and it's a great looking card. You can't go wrong with gold, true gold. All right, next up, I got two more Herbert cards. This is the Kaboom. This card's it's gone up and down. I think I bought it at a good price. I think he should go up again this year a little bit, but you know, I'm just gonna hold on to this. You know, I'm not trying to invest. You know, you can't really predict stuff. You know, you just buy what you like, and that way you never truly lose. You know, this card could go down to, you know, $100 and I would still enjoy it. He actually has two Kabooms this year. I think I like this picture better. The other picture is him like running with the ball, which, you know, he's not really known for that, but these Kabooms look great. Then this one's not even worth as much as the Kaboom, but I like it better. The Optic Downtown. I mean, this card is great looking. Shine is great. The colors are great. A lot of these, the like indentations are like stamped off. So this one, they're pretty much on where they should be. Great looking card. I think the Downtowns and the Kabooms, you know, in 20 years will kind of be how we view PMGs and essential credentials now. You know, I think these will be the like, you know, cards that people will continue to chase after, you know, years and years on. Next up, baseball card, Ohtani on card gold, Ben Baller, Topps Chrome, numbered to 50, talks about Babe Ruth in the back, which I think is cool. I like the gold. I like the look of this card. His autograph looks clean on this. You know, he's having a good year with the Dodgers. Last four right here. Number 4, Steve Young, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Triple auto, triple game worn jersey, numbered 2 of 3 from Triple Threads. I love the Triple Threads set. I mean, you have, you know, 2 top 3 players of all time, Brady, Montana, Jerry Rice, and then you have Steve Young as the worst player, you know, as a 2-time MVP and Super Bowl MVP, and all 3 of these guys were Super Bowl MVPs. The autos were all on sticker. It's got this blue, I think it's sapphire. Yeah, sapphire. It's a nice looking card. I feel like I got this for around $1,000. I feel like that's under what this card should be worth. Next up, you don't see a lot of his game use stuff, especially a 2-color patch with like stitching. Upper Deck had a warm-up jacket that they used, so you see like the gold patches from that, or like a yellow and the green. But Topps had an actual game worn jersey that this is from. This is numbered to 9, 3 of 9. This is from Bowman Elevation. Maybe it was just called Topps Elevation. You know, not the most prestigious brand, but you can't be too picky when you're looking for something of, you know, a player that played this long ago, you know, that's game used. You know, nice looking card. There's like a red version and then like a base version of this card too. Last two. Number 2, Messi Topps Chrome on card auto. This is from the PSG set number 230. Messi's getting more on card autos now, but when I got this, he didn't have a ton. This was one of the few ones. So this was the only one of him in a PSG jersey. Now he has one in his Inter Miami jersey, and they did a second PSG box set. I'm sure Topps will have him sign a lot more cards in the future, but this is the only one from that set out of any parallel that has a 10 auto. For some reason, all the autos are like streaked. I don't know if the pen was bad or if they got smeared somehow, but it was important for me to get one that has a very clean looking autograph, and this one is pretty much perfect. I like the white speckle. It looks, I mean, it's white sparkle and panini, but it looks good with the card. He's, you know, my favorite soccer player. I mean, he's the greatest. I think that World Cup win solidified that. You know, I think he's up there with greatest athletes of all time. And number 1, probably not worth as much as some of the other ones. Still a pretty valuable card. I guess it's all relative. You know, I mean, this card's maybe worth 2,000, and you know, there's people that have cards that are worth, you know, 6 figures. You know, but when you're not operating with unlimited funds, you kind of have to be, you know, very selective. And I think, you know, on card with the Super Bowl picture from his first Super Bowl, you know, it's a chrome product, Spectra number 235. It's got a refractor look to it. Nice grade. It's his newer autograph. I do like his older one. And I was looking at some of his ones that have his older autograph, but I think having the Super Bowl image and the logo, I think made this one more appealing to me. You know, this guy is fun to watch. You know, I don't know if he'll catch Brady's ring total, but I think he's probably a better overall player than Brady ever was. And I think the Chiefs are going to be good for, you know, at least the foreseeable future. And you know, it's nice to have, you know, a card like this of him. You know, I've owned LeBron autos. I've never owned a Michael Jordan autograph. I feel like I kind of missed the boat on that. I think I bought this at a good price at a good time. You know, I think on card autos of him, as he signs less and less, I mean, he just doesn't sign that much anymore. I think his on card stuff is going to just continue to increase as time goes on. I think something with, you know, his first Super Bowl win on it is always going to be collectible. All right. Thanks.